Hello Internet. Today I have another 1080 Ti from EVGA with no video output. Let's take it apart and see what's wrong. Judging by the screw here, someone had already attempted to repair it. We're gonna have to repair this repair at the end of the video, so don't go too far. And judging by the paste on the GPU, I think someone had already tried to service the card. And if you look closer, you'll see the paste was not properly applied and the part of the GPU was not making contact with the cooling system. Okay, let's take some measurements. 12 volt, no short. 3.3, no short. Another 12 volt, good. 5 volt rail is also good. Another 12 volt line here is also good. No short on PEX. 1.8 is good. And finally the memory with 70 good ohms, and the GPU phases are not short to 12 volt line. Just to be safe, I'll check the first pair of data lines on the front and the first ones on the back. Check the reference clock and PEX reset. And just in case, I'll check the remaining data lines with this tester here. Okay, let's power it up and see if we get any voltage in the key areas. PEX 1.8, 5 volt. Memory and vCore are present, so that's good. Let's plug it in and see what's going on. As stated, the card outputs no image. So in a situation like this, I want to try to run a blind memory test. I turn on the card and waiting for the monitor to respond. Once I see the backlight turns on, test should run and turn off the motherboard when it's done. But this time, chip was getting really hot, so I had to abort the test. Interestingly enough, second time I booted this card, it produced an image. And even the test went through without any problems. I suspect that's because I was pushing on the GPU with the heatsink, temporarily fixing loose connection under the GPU. Okay, so what do? We can try to reflow the GPU. Keeping in mind that 99% of the time this will do absolutely nothing. But in this case, since pressing on the GPU produces an image, I suspect there's a loose connection underneath and it might just do the trick. Basically, you heat up the board and apply a lot of flux under it. Flux will flow under the chip, potentially helping solder balls to re-establish connection with the pads, and worst case scenario, I'll have to rebuild the GPU, so I'll do the easy part first. Card has cooled. Let's see if it did anything. Looks like we have an image, and it appears that the drivers have installed automatically and are correct. Next step is to put everything back together and run some firmware and OCCT tests to make sure that the card can handle maximum stress both on the GPU and the memory. And the most important test here is actually running a game engine, because sometimes firmware can run without any signs of trouble, but the game engine will freeze. And if firmware works but the game freezes, such cases render the GPU dead. This is not the case here, so I think we won this battle. Card will now go to its next lucky owner, and as of for you, if you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribe to my channel for more repair videos. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day. Goodbye.